Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris with Kristen's Crafts, and today we will be bringing you another process video for the Build-A-Page series that is going on this week. Please make sure you check out everyone else who's playing along. The premise of this, if you haven't seen it before, is on Sunday and Monday we build kits, 5 of them, and then throughout the rest of the week we go ahead and do process videos putting those together. So you can see the process from the beginning to the end of how we select papers. You can use this for if you are planning for a crop, or like me, you work during the week and you don't have a lot of time Monday through Friday, but you like to get in and touch your papers and whatever. You can build a kit on the weekend, and then throughout the week when you have time permitting can get into your scrap room. The other nice thing about it is it cuts down on the decision making when you actually go to make a layout. A lot of times we have a large stash and we become overwhelmed by our room and our lovely things that we have. This way you've cut that decision making down so that when you actually sit down to make the layout, you have everything that you need right there. So with that being said, today I am going to be scrapbooking a picture of my sister and I. And I also have these 2 3x4. We are downtown Chicago. We had a girls' day down there, and we went to Macy's, or if you're from Chicagoland, Marshall Fields. And we went and checked out the windows. And also we were going to try and have lunch at the Walnut Room. We were not able to get a table, but I take a picture of the tree every year, so I did get to see that. And then, of course, the iconic Marshall Fields clock, and then the trumpets and things like that you always have to take a picture of. So I have those that I'm going to be working with. I haven't decided if I'm going to split these 2 photos up or not. That's why they're still together. I also have a lot of this more vintagey. This is Carta Bella, and this is A Very Merry Christmas. I also have the puffy stickers, and I have some Chamel. So we're going to see what we can do with these. And let's first of all look at what we've got for papers and see what we're going to use for our background. So I have these fun papers. I have a black and white that's like a holly. I have a watercolored background in like a blue-green. And then we have the stripes. And we have a polka dot. So going based on this, I know I want to pull in some of the red, because we have red in the store windows, and my sister's purse strap is red. And then the window or the tree at Macy's it would change colors. And so the ceiling kind of has a red tone and the rest of the tree is pink. So I could go with the traditional, which would be, the safe route, which is to put it on the green, or I could make my sister insane and we could put it on the red polka dot and then mat the photos on the green. And I'm thinking I want to drive my sister crazy, because that's what I do. She's yelling at the computer right now as I do this. So let's go ahead and start with this. And I think I'm going to go ahead and keep those 2 photos together. Now, what I think I want to do, though, is maybe put them like this, and that way I can do some journaling up in this corner here and build off of that, and then have an angle coming down. So let me go ahead and glue these down first. Yeah, I take great pleasure in making my sister go insane with the paper choices. If you all think that you're yelling at the papers, she is right there with you, and occasionally she'll call me up and go, "What the heck are you thinking?" And I'm like, be bold. I like the color, I like the patterns, and what you find is when you play with the patterns, the key to it is to go and make sure that you split things up so that like here I'm going to have the green. It will break up some of this, and then my patterns are different, so they're not. If I had another busy pattern that was the same size dots as this, or another dot paper, it would really, you know, look atrocious. All right, I think what I'm going to do is I am going to split these up, but I'm going to, because I put a little gap here between to show a little bit more green. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing with this one as well. So it's still going to be the same as like this, but it will give it a little bit more of a gap and a little definition between the photos. And that helps those photos not blend together, but to stand apart. And so let's go ahead and put this down. All right. And then we'll head for this one. And I'm just kind of eyeballing it. All right, then let's grab our trimmer. And we'll go ahead and get this started. All right, and we'll trim this one here. All right, so we have this. Oh, you know what? Let me trim this too while we're at it. Okay. Now, always keep in mind, I don't have to use every piece of paper that I put in my stash. I can pick and choose what I want. Now, looking at this right here, I'm kind of liking having a frame. So I think I'm going to go ahead and gut this one and make a frame out of it. I think that will be kind of fun. So I'm just going to cut off the branding strip here. And then let's go ahead and we will start gutting it. Now what I do when I gut it on a Fiskars trimmer is I bring it to the 1-inch line and I bring my cutting blade. You can see there's another ruler on the arm of the cutter. So I go from 1 inch to 11 inches, and that's going to leave 11 inches at the bottom. Rotate your paper. And now I'm going to start with 11 inches, and you just kind of push down and it pokes through the paper. And now I'm going to move up to the 1 inch mark. Again, rotate and continue doing this until you have cut the frame out of the inside on all 4 sides. And then you have that inside piece of paper that you can then use for matting or whatever you want on another layout. It's just, to me, I don't like having to waste a lot of paper. Now, I have tons, and I wouldn't be heartbroken if I did use the whole thing. It's not like it's going to be the end of my stash and I'll never be able to scrapbook again because I've used up all my paper by not gutting it. It's far from it. I have more paper than I think I will ever scrapbook in a lifetime, and I'm okay with that because you can't have enough pretty paper. But anyway, to me, I just I like I'm a little frugal. Oh, you know what? I forgot to trim this one down. I was chatting, and I need to take 1/4 of an inch off of 2 sides, or 1/2 inch. If I take 1/2 inch off of 2 sides, that's going to then leave me with a 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch border going all the way around. And let me go ahead. I wasn't thinking when I did it. There we go. Now this pattern paper with the polka dots, it doesn't have like a one side or another. It's pretty much just a pattern non-directional, and it's not going to look lopsided if I'm taking all of it from one side or the other. If you had a piece of paper that was a little bit more regimented, where cutting it 1/2 inch would make it shift lopsided, then cut all 4 sides with 1/8 of an inch. Here, you can't tell that I cut, you know, a 1/2 inch off of only one side, if that makes sense. All right, so now we have this bordered. And now what I'm thinking I want to do is do a strip of this paper. Now I have 2 choices. I can go with a strip going this way, which is going to limit my colors, or I can go with a strip this way, which is going to give me that repeated pattern. And I think that's kind of what I want, is that repeated pattern. And I think I'm going to go ahead and cut a 4-inch strip. Now, I always say cut bigger. You can always trim it, that piece down. So if you find that the 4 inches is too much, then you can cut another 1/2 inch or an inch off. But if you cut it at 3 inches to start with, and you decide that you wanted more, you can't put it back on as easily. You can, but you'll see where you pieced it together. All right, so now we're just going to go ahead and put this here, and this kind of builds my base layout. Now, before I stick this down, I do want to line up this and just make sure I have it in a good place. So I have a nice border going around. And I'm okay with like right here, because what it's doing is on this side of this strip is about the same width as this when I put my picture frame down. And so it looks even going around. So let's go ahead and now adhere this. And now we kind of have the basis for our layout. Now I think I might go into my stash and look for a journaling card for right here. I just think that that would look nicer. I do have some Vicki Boutin up here. Let's see what I've got. And I've got some Vicki Boutin tags, I think. No, that's another brand. Here is some more. So, I mean, I could do like the Merry Christmas and build from there. I could do the best time of the year with the Christmas trees. I have the Holly Jolly must-haves. And then it's plain green on the back. This one is too big, and then it's solid, so that one won't work. So I think we're going to pick from one of these. And I'm kind of leaning towards the best time of the year. It does have a little bit of blue. I could do holiday must-haves, but I think I don't like the stripe with the stripe. The other one I kind of like is this one because it's pulling more blue in, and that's going to help with these Carta Bella stickers. So let's just go ahead. Oh, and we have this one, my Christmas wish list. No, that's not. This isn't a wish list. This is a having fun running around. I do like the Happy Holly Jolly Days, but it doesn't have any of the blue, and I do want to pull in a little bit more blue because then it will make sense with the blue accents that I'm bringing in. We already have a little bit of that blue-green on the stripe, but this is just going to bring it in a little bit stronger. So let me see which one I like better once they're fussy cut out. And this is kind of an annual trip that I do. Lori doesn't go every year. She's gone with her family a few times. I've gone with her once or twice in previous years. But I go every year down to the Christmas market, and I go every year to Marshall's, or I should say Macy's. And in fact, this was the first year that Lori was actually able to go up. She had never been beyond like the main floor of Macy's into the upper levels. So it was kind of neat to see a new experience for her too. So yeah, I think because of the tree, I kind of like that. I'm not sure. All right, we're going to leave both of them here and I'll decide in a moment. So I know that I want to do this. I got to watch my time here. Again, on lunch hour. All right, so I know I want a cluster here. We could, there is the Santa on here. And there is a Santa with or a guy with the tree. And there's a reindeer and there's some other little, but I love these windows. All right, let's just go ahead and go with it. I'm not going to overthink. So I know I want a cluster here. And I really like the Santa because he's tall and he's vintage looking. And Lori and I are products of this, you know, our childhood was the 60s and 70s. So I like that. We're going to cut off a little bit of Santa because he's over the edge, but I'm okay with that. All right, so we got Santa there. And like I said, what I thought was kind of cute was we could do a car. Now I could do either the blue family car or the Santa car. I think we'll stick with the Santa car and put this down here. We're in Chicago. It's busy. There's cars driving all over. We'll go with that one. And then we have this guy who's carrying a package, and he, you know, a wreath or whatever. But I think I need something below him for this to stand out. So let's see what we have. Nothing on Chamel. I do have my Vicky boot and stuff next to me here. Let me just see if there's anything that I can put here that I could use for layering that guy up. I don't need anything big. I just need something, and I don't want to cover the tree necessarily. I don't like those colors. Okay, I have this. That might work. Let's pull that one real quick. Yeah, I think that's going to be like the best option I have. So I'm just going to go ahead. Oh, actually I have this side with a tighter polka dot. Maybe we'll do that one. It's a little bit different for the reds, but I'm okay. It's just a little bit. And what it's going to do is allow this little guy to stand up a little bit more. off the background. There we go. So now we have our 3 areas that we will have. Now let's go ahead and grab some of the puffies. So I like the store window, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to use the Carta Bella. I'm going to put it right here. I'm just going to angle it right. And then I can see this store window of, you know, and there's a little holly. We can put that in the corner here and get that puffy. And then, let's see. Here is some little ornaments. Because we were looking at the decorations, and to me that kind of justifies that. And I'm going to use the Merry Christmas and put that on the car. And then we have a couple candy canes. Let's see if I can add those in. I can cover this candy cane up. That's on the sticker, and that's going to add a little bit of 3D to Santa. And I can put candy canes in his hand. And then there's a little bow. We can put that on the top of the tree in the car. So I'm good with that. So we can put the puffies away. And I don't think I need any of these. Let's see. I have these acrylic stars. Let's see if we can add a couple acrylic stars. And there's some in the blue and red. So that will pull in a little bit more of the blue and red into it. And again, kind of justify the little bit of blue that I'm pulling in with the Carta Bella stuff. And so let's see. I'm going to add maybe a star over there. Then we have a red one. Maybe we'll add the red one over here, maybe. Could put it on top of the tree. No. I think I'm going to put it there. It's on a little bit over to the other picture, but I don't think that's a bad thing. And then this guy doesn't have a lot of room over here in the corner. So let me just see if I can have a small star, like maybe down by his leg. Like right there, maybe. And then we need something down here by Santa. That blends in too much. Here's a bigger blue star. All right, I think this is gonna do it. I'm pretty happy with how this looks. And yeah, we've got a little bit of lump and bump, a little bit of vintage, and I think we're gonna call this one done. So I hope you enjoyed this. I'll glue down the stars off camera. And then I'll have some close-ups for you. Make sure you check out everyone else who's playing along with Build-A-Page this month. And I will be back again tomorrow with another video for Build-A-Page. Have a great day, and thanks for stopping by. Bye.